Golf with Samuel Gashoka, the general manager of the Sigona Golf Club and the lady captain of the Sigona Golf Club, Noni Onye. And Noni, let me come to you and first ask about, demystifying golf as a sport and getting involved. Because at times it's still, how would I say, golf is still a hard sell to somebody who's out there. Getting into the sport, what is it that people have to do just to demystify it?
Well, the thing about golfers, we are so excited about the sport. We're extremely just elated by the fact that you're going to play golf. And in the morning, you wake up early in the morning, you dress up, it's always exciting, and you drive to where you're going. But on the other hand, to the families that, have golfers in their world, they think it's pretty much a waste of time. You're chasing a ball all day.
A good walk spoiled by a small ball.
Yeah. and sometimes we miss some family events because we have to go back and play. And like I said before, it's because you're competing against yourself. But it allows for opportunity to network with other people in life. And you find that not only do you have a common goal, which is golf, but you find that the people that you play with also have common ideas and things that they can help you out with life. So it's bringing one mind together and creating opportunities, other different opportunities apart from golf. Now, how do we get other people to join our cause? Okay, it is a little bit difficult, and I think we have to give an applause to the lady golfers who started playing golf in the early years, the 60s, with Limuru Country Club. I think Sigona was 1938 then, when there was a lot of different types of people, and you as an African or Kenyan couldn't play within those golf courses. Now, a lot of people outside looking in, grew up with those types of ideas, and they fought hard to allow us this opportunity. So today we're just the beneficials of these people. The Florence Mina?
Yes, Florence Mina, yes.
From Muthaiga, and also Shaila Maldidad, Sarah Hoare, who is our chairman right now. These were the fighters. And these were the fighters that claimed change by then. Even our ex-chairman was one amongst all of them. And with that, and seeing how they grow, and these people are very youthful. Their skins are very beautiful, and they're on the course. They're very competitive with us also, and they're always very strict on rules. But they made the change. And so we younger golfers also are pushing for some of the changes, because as our infrastructure needs the change and requires the change, we need to change the idea of the young minds. We need to be able to encourage them, because it's not only about golf, it's about being strict on your own, and to educate people. It's not about sideliners who then just go on the side and talk about things that don't matter, why things are not working. It's about having to get together and say, well, if this didn't work, what can we do to make it better? And I think that is an idea that's great. Right now, we are in 2020, which is a new decade. With new decade, we need new ideas that can run 30 years from now. If we stick to the old ideas, then what are we doing? You see? because the world is moving ahead. And again, we have the opportunities. Kenya has, like my colleague here talked about having opportunities with Sigona Golf Club being a USGA rated club, and amongst others, Muthaiga, Karen. We're telling internationals that this is a touristic destination. Come to our courses. Now, apart from that, my own experience as I travel with my job, I have also played in courses like New Delhi. I have played in Catalunya, in Spain.
In Spain, yeah.
Yes. And we are playing golf with a lot less money than other clubs do internationally. We have such a big opportunity. This is Golf Haven, and we have so many clubs.
Yes.
And actually, a lot of internationals come in and cannot believe the quality of the upkeep of some of our clubs. We're so up to par with what the internationals are doing that when you're abroad, you're thinking, I can go home and play my golf without paying X amount of dollars or euros. We played golf with one of my friends for 200 euros.
That's about
Yes,
200 euros.
exactly. And here,
For 20,000.
That's
Kenya.
about 25,000 shillings.
yes,
Yes.
and what are we asking you to pay in our club? 4,500.
500.
And plush greens, manicured fairways.
Yeah.
We have beautiful
And-
trees. And listen to this. Our weather is fantastic.
Yes.
We have blue skies all the time.
That's Kikuyu you're talking
Yes.
about. High
if it
altitude and the
rains-
cold and the wind.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. But
Yeah.
Samuel, I want to mention, you mentioned it's all about, when it comes to golf tourism, there's somebody who may decide, you know what, I want to do a tour of all the 30 or so golf courses in the country. What would it take if, for example, somebody was to make a stop at Sigona?
And it is happening. It's not large, it is happening. We are having people, especially who want to do Sigona, they want to do Limuru, they want to do Karen, they want to do Muthaiga, they want to do Windsor, then they want to take a tour to Mombasa, they want to do Nyeri. Sometimes we have some golfers going to Great Rift Valley, and it is gaining momentum. And that is what we are encouraging. We are even talking to tour operators. We are talking to Kenya Tourism Board so that they organize golf packages so that a golfer is not only coming to Sigona, is coming to Sigona and they place all other courses, and that becomes an attractive package to golfers, because you don't want to come all the way from Europe to come and just play one course.
One course.
And I think there is a lot of effort being done by Kenya Tourism Board, and I think they have started discussing with the clubs so that they are now sure that if they organize a package together with the tour operators, the clubs will be receptive, and that is the way to go.
For that, with a focus on foreigners, what about for locals? If, for example, Mohammed decides he's going to do that tour you've mentioned, and you've got to consider most of these clubs are private members clubs, so there are some things that must be met. How would that work?
Of course, I'm sure you are aware, clubs reciprocate.
Yes.
If you are a member of Kitale Golf Club and you are reciprocating with Sigona, then you can organize yourself that in such a way that you are reciprocating with Sigona, Limuru, Muthaiga, and maybe other one or two other clubs. So when you come to Nairobi from Kitale, you'll be able to play all those courses within a spell of 1 week or 2 weeks, and at a very, very reasonable cost. And I think a lot of members are doing that. We are having like Sigonians organizing themselves and going to Nyeri. We are having Sigonians organizing themselves going to Kelisho, or going to Nyanza, or going to Nakuru. And you find this happening quite often. And the good thing about that it's like you go ahead and encourage the golfers in those courses. And at the same time, when they come to Nairobi, they are able to experience the good courses in Nairobi.
The other one is, as a U.S. Golf Association rated club, how much work goes into maintaining the fairways, greens, and the other supporting facilities?
Wow, that's a good one.
Because if you decide to create, play some mini golf at your house, what would be required, for example?
Maybe what the lady captain is not aware, that on Saturday, when she was playing that very good course, behind the curtain, there are people who had woken up at 4 to be in the course and make it playable to the level she was playing. One of the things that every golfer looks forward to is playing a good fairway. Of course, if they don't go to the loves, and a good putting,
The green.
The green is good, and a lot
You
of
have
work.
greens, not browns, all year.
Sigona is green from January to January.
Aha.
Even when we have very dry spells, like last year was very dry at the beginning of the year, and you need to do a lot of irrigation, a lot of machinery is used, a lot of mental planning is also done. We have all manner of insects, unwanted plants. You have to manage that, and that work is what makes the captain play very well.
Yeah, and
playing a good course.
I have to say, our ladies are very active at Sigona. And as I'm sitting here, I'm receiving feedback
Aha.
on the course. This is
Let me
one
see.
of our Liz Mbuthia, who actually won a prize on Saturday. And she's just talking about the greens, how we are so dedicated to making sure that our greens are good. So we're not only just playing, we're also looking at the surrounding areas, to make our course better. And as a lady captain, I receive all these suggestions from the ladies who say, hey, as a lady captain, can you just check and make sure our greens, we don't have any twigs lying around. We have edges that are, not green enough and they're yellowing. So can you pass the word to make sure our course is good? So it's just a collective responsibility with everybody who, if they see something, they don't expect you as a lady captain to go around looking all the time, but they're there to actually watch for those things and tell you at any given time that this is what you need to watch out for and this is what you need to push forward so that we can maintain that course and maintain it well.
Maybe to add, I have a very, very competent team of greenkeepers,
Grace.
machine operators,
Yeah.
people, they are not only qualified, but they have the requisite experience to manage the course. So a lot of work goes into making the course look the way it is, or the way all of us appreciate. So it is really, really a lot of work.
Some things that are required, for example, on the course, when it comes to managing it, if I play the ball into the bunker and the moment I chip, it's out, what's required of a golfer and what is it that, what is a penalty for not leaving that bunker in as good a condition as I found it? Lady captain first.
Well, it is your responsibility to ensure the bunker is left in the condition it was in when you got there, okay? You have to be conscious that there are people playing behind you and there are people who had played in front of you, okay? And that could ruin your game. And like I said, psychologically, it can also ruin your day completely, because you expect that if your ball, is in play in the bunker, that you can get there and it will be sitting on top. But if you find footsteps, okay, and the sand is not in a very good position and it's embedded inside, then we begin to ask, who was responsible for this?
So
Okay?
which flight? So all the 4 golfers will have to answer about
Yes,
that.
absolutely. And it's your responsibility to say, hey, the caddy, could you please fix? But even when he fixes it, he has to be careful because someone else could be playing. Because we need to avoid the noises, the distraction. So Sigona has caddies who are trained very well.
Yes.
They know when to do what, okay? But sometimes we do get outside caddies that don't belong to Sigona because we have too many players and we move different caddies in different places. We need to apply systems to be able to organize the caddies well, to know and to train them, because being a caddy is a skill, okay? And sometimes the questions that we ask caddies that we need help in. Supposedly, I'm new in the course and I'm trying to putt and I don't know how the angle of undulation is working. So I need him to tell me, you know, how far should I aim so that my ball takes a turn into the hole, okay? Now, caddies need to know sometimes if I'm a person who doesn't like to be told where to hit, you might change my mind and you might affect my game. So it's extremely important that we are all responsible for our own game and we're responsible well enough to be able to leave the space cleaner and for the person who's playing and also to take care of our course. We don't want anyone littering on the course, throwing papers, you know, bottles and stuff like that, just because we have a good greenkeeper. No, it is your responsibility to keep your course clean.
Being
And I
asked a
think that's
question here
important.
about caddies. How do you keep your caddies going? Because I know there are some golfers who prefer to use caddy A or caddy B or all that. But how do you get them and ensure that they do their job and also stick to the rules about ensuring that the course stays as it is?
We have a very good structure of managing caddies. Before, if you come as a player and you want to play, a caddy is identified as given to you, and that is very well recorded. And the caddies are expected also to behave in a certain manner. They are also supposed to guide the players properly. They are also supposed to maintain the etiquette. They are also supposed to check you as a player where you are being honest or not. So we have a very good structure of how caddies behave from the start to the end, and also in terms of taking care of your bag and your belongings.
All right. So thank you very much, Samuel Gashoka, the General Manager, Sigona Golf Club, and the Lady Captain. Thank you for gracing
you.
us
A
here.
parting shot?
Yes, you can drop one parting shot, one each.
Yes. Start with the
The
lady.
ladies first.
Yes.
First of all, I'm so thankful for our organization to allow us the opportunity to be captains, as lady captains, to also encourage our youngsters to be able to play golf in life and give opportunity to others. And I think it's important that we keep soldiering forward, keep encouraging our government to support us, keep encouraging the girls. And I think as a country as a whole, we will have a better collective responsibility to move Kenya forward as a whole. Yes.
All right. And Samuel?
Mine is to thank the media. I think one of the steps towards developing the game of golf is for media to come out and cover events, especially not the pro events, but also other events, the juniors,
The amateur.
and so on. So I would like to encourage the media to host more of these, even from other clubs, so that we can develop the game of golf. And finally, I want to say welcome to Sigona. It's a good cause to play. You can even enjoy your weekend there in our accommodation. We also have other good goodies when you come to
the
Sigona.
19th hole, the famous one.
Yes, Sigona has the best food, and this has been voted by all the golfers that if you want to have good food, go to Sigona.
All right. Thank you very much, Samuel Gashoka, the General Manager, Sigona Golf Club, and the Lady Captain, Noni Wanye, for being with us this morning. And a time for me to leave. Coming up next is Nancy Okware with the Swahili program, Tamrini. Our sign language interpreter has been Lucy Maura, and on behalf of the team that put this together, I want to wish you a good afternoon.